Hi guys, everything's working. I figured out what was wrong with my tablet. I'm a happy girl. Let me go ahead and get my chat back up here. Hi Patricia and Ann, glad you guys are here. Okay, make sure I've got this on. Yes. Okay. Oop, I forgot to turn this down. One thing I forgot to do. Make sure this is muted. And now it is. There we go. Oh, hi Marva. Glad you guys are here. We are having a very hot day in Indiana. This is more like, late June probably type of weather. I'm not sure what the high got up to, but I know it's supposed to get up to about 90 this weekend. So, and it's starting to get humid. I hate humidity. It's been a really nice low humidity the last few days, but today's getting kind of hot. Excuse me. Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started here in a minute. I always try to give everybody a few minutes to get on because it takes a little while for everybody to notice that we're online. But today I'm going to be making, this card class at home is going to be with the Nature's Prints stamp set and the Natural Prints dies. This was a bundle the last annual catalog. It was last catalog. And this one is actually new to me. So I was excited to use this one. Oh, hi, Linda. Glad you're here. It's a beautiful set. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. I didn't start working on these cards till this morning. I didn't think I'd get them all done. Normally, I can't get that many cards done and everything else. But it happened. I'm so happy. And I think I'm really happy with how they turned out. So that attributes to the wonderful stamp set. Oh, hi, Melissa. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my top. It's nice and comfy. It's just a t-shirt, but I like the little print. Oh, wrong side. Little print. I gotta go opposite of what it what it looks like on the screen. So, but I'm going to be using 3 totally different color combos with this. And normally I pick out a just one designer series paper pack. I'm using 2 different ones. The first one's actually not using DSP. I was trying to get it to work in because there's a DSP sale that started today, and I'll tell you about that here in just a minute. But the next 2 are going to have DSP, and they're part of the 15% off sale. So I'll tell you that here in a minute. Oh, hi, Patty. Let's see. Hello, tell the internet. Oh, your internet's down. Oh, you're in a public place. Oh, we're going to miss you, Patty. Have a safe trip home, and you can still watch the recording once you get home. So sorry about that. I hate it when the internet goes down. That's happened to me right before a live so many times. It's frustrating. You don't realize how much you need the internet until it's not there. Oh, good, Anne. I'm glad you love that set. I do too. I've been wanting to get it, but there was that Forever Fern stamp set we still had last year. So I kept going back and forth. I just couldn't justify it. I thought those were close enough. But this one, I have to admit, I liked better than the Forever Fern. So when that one retired, I thought I got to get it. And I got it right before the bundle retired in April. So I've only made 1 card with it. And I did put a link to that video down below in the video description. It was actually one of my alternative cards for my club last month, I mean. So I really had fun making these. And yes, I used that beautiful wreath die in the set too. So let's go ahead and go over a couple things here. Speaking of card club, I just got done making these cards yesterday. That's why I wasn't able to get the ones for the class done until today. I'm featuring the Darling Details bundle. It's in the annual catalog. It's a brand new bundle. And those 3 little sneak peek pictures you see, those are the actual designs that are in Card Club this month. So it's a subscription-based club for $39.50 every month. PayPal will charge your card because you subscribe, and they'll just charge your card every month. On the date, say you subscribe on the 5th of the month, it'll charge your card every 5th of the month until you cancel. And you can cancel any time, but if you stay in the club for at least 6 consecutive months, you'll get a bonus $25 pack of stuff. Now, the first month, I give you some necessities that I use all the time that added up to $25. Actually, one of the items went up 50 cents. It's actually going to be $25.50, but that's okay. I can take care of the 50 cents. But then after that, your next 6 months and every 6 months after that, you get to pick out up to $25 worth of stuff. And that'll always come with your club kit. And then the $39.50 gives you a half pack of, I forgot to change. I put half pack of Fresh as a Daisy DSP. That's not what's in this month. That was last month. It's actually a half pack of the Glorious Gingham DSP, and you also get a half pack of the soft shimmer specialty paper. Gorgeous paper, I love it. And you'll also get a full roll of the herringbone ribbon. It's white. It's like a 3/4 inches width. And then you also get a half pack of the let me think here. Oh, the Tinsel Gems 4-pack. That all equals up to around $25 worth of product. And you'll also get the card kits to make 2 of each of the cards. I do the embossing and stamping for you. Stamping. I cannot do the stamping for you because Stampin' Up rules. But I will do all the embossing and all the die cutting, except for die cutting of stamped images. Those you'll have to fussy cut out if you don't have the dies for whatever bundle you're using. But if you want to get either just the stamp set or the Darling Details bundle, so we Darling Details stamp set or Darling, that's hard to say, Darling Details bundle, you will just pay the actual price. I will pay the shipping and the tax for you for those add-on items. So you save 18%. So it's $39.50 a month, and you can add on the bundle or just the stamp set that's featured that month. So that's going on. You've got until the 15th of June. So it's always the 15th of the month when I start over. It's the last day, to subscribe. Just so you know, let me get YouTube up again. Okay, good. I haven't missed anybody. Every time I switch cameras, I don't see, or screens, I don't see my comments to YouTube anymore. Want to make sure you know about the Paper Pumpkin Kit, Welcome In. I'm actually using the Countryside Inn DSP in the second card tonight. And this Welcome In coordinates with the Countryside Inn suite that's in the annual catalog. And there's also a little die set. You can kind of see, it's a 3 set. You can see the dies up there in the top right corner. And those are $6. So that's in addition to the kit. So that's a little add-on if you want to add that on. And it'll die cut some of the images that are in the exclusive stamp set in the kit. And you've got until June 10th for this one. And I was going to tell you about the DSP sale. It's going on right now. It started today. You get 15% off all of the DSP packs. Not all, I'm sorry. 13 of the DSP packs that are in the annual catalog. It's almost all of them, plus one that's from the online exclusives, which is called Hello Irresistible. That's part of the sale. And I'm actually using that DSP on the third card. And then one more thing. This I totally missed when they first announced it last week. There is a starter kit sale. I am so excited. Get $30 extra in your starter kit, and it's just $99. You get $155 worth of product, your choice, and that's before shipping and tax. And for only $99, plus you get a business pack that's like $50 worth of product, like your catalogs and things like that. And it also includes a free paper pumpkin kit. So you get all of that for $99 plus free shipping. So it's a really good deal. Normally this is $30 more in free product than you normally get. So you can click on the, it says DSP sale. I meant to change that. That should say, click on the, join my team to find out more about joining my team. And there's also a link to the actual form you fill out with Stampin' Up to sign up to be on my team. So sorry about that. Disregard what that says there at the bottom. I totally forgot to change the wording on that one. Okay, and I'd love for you to join my team. We have a lot of fun. I've got a Facebook group for just my team. I've also got another team that I'm an administrator of. It's my upline. She started a big group for everybody in her downline plus everybody in our downline. So you can join that group too, and it's a bigger group with a lot of people to interact with and have fun with. And I've also got Zoom meetings I do with my team. You'll get exclusive access to my club videos. Everybody gets this video, but you'll also get the exclusive PDFs that are for this class that people get if they place an order. So you just get a lot of little different perks, and there's even more than that. So just click on that Why Join My Team link, and you can find out why you want to join my team. Okay, last but not least, we're going to talk about card classes. This is what we're getting ready to do right now. They're the 3 little cards, so you're getting a little sneak peek already, but those are actually the full cards. I'll be making all of those here in just a minute. If you place a $40 order before shipping and tax, I always have to say that to make sure you look at the right total, you'll get the kits to make 2 each of the cards pictured. You'll also, if you bump it up to a $55 order before shipping and tax, you'll also get a full pack of the Iridescent Pearl Basic Jewels. those came out a year or two ago. They're gorgeous, and they go beautifully with this stamp set. So that's why I picked those out. So you order between now and the end of the day, June 17th. So midnight, your time zone. And this is only available to people who live in the United States per Stampin' Up! Rules. Okay, let's go ahead and switch gears here. I'm going to do this, and now I can get my comments back up on YouTube, and they'll stay there. Okay, and I'm so glad my tablet's working. I can't remember if I said this. It went offline on me last week. I didn't know it. It's doing something really weird it didn't used to do. I was joking that it has a mind of its own. It really does. Every time I plug it in now, it didn't used to do this, it goes offline. If I turn it off and turn it back on again, it goes offline. So it didn't used to do that. It's kind of driving me crazy. It changes some other settings every once in a while too. Oh, hi, Paula. Glad you're here. So here are the packs that you get if you place that $40 order before shipping and tax. Oh, yeah, and I did forget to mention, make sure you use that host code. You can see it in the bottom left corner of the screen now. But if you click on that card class at home link, actually it'll say current host code offer link. Click on that below in the video description, and you'll find out all the information plus the host code you need to use to get these free. Now, if your order is $150 or more before shipping and tax, do not use that host code. You will automatically get my card kits plus the embellishments, and you'll get Stampin' Words from Stampin' Up! I don't want you to miss out on those. Okay, so this is for the $40 order before shipping and tax, and the $55 order before shipping and tax, I'll give you the full pack of the Iridescent Pearls. I love these. They're better than just the regular pearls. You know how iridescent is. If you put them in the light just right, you see little different colors in it. So they are gorgeous. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way and I'll start making the cards. I'm going to show you the stamp set. Isn't this pretty? I really like this one. And I'm using every single image. And I'm also going to be using the heartfelt thank you, the best wishes and happy thoughts, and the you're on my mind. Actually, I should have just told you the only one I'm not using is the hello there. And I do like this one a lot. That might be, I can't remember. That might be the one I used on my card, the video I told you about that's down in the video description. May not have, but it's a really pretty, I love the font. Isn't that gorgeous? Really pretty. Then here is the die set. This one is called Natural, I wrote it down. Natural Prints Dies. This was back when the stamp set and the dies had different names. I'm so glad from here on out, they're going to have the same name. It makes us so much simpler. So it's Nature's Prints and Natural Prints Dies. So real close to the same anyway. But isn't this wreath gorgeous? And I will be using that. And the label, of course. I'll be using almost all the dies. Actually, I think I do, except for these three little ones right here I did not use. Everything else I'm going to be using in the video. Okay, to get ready for the first card, I just need this die. And that's all I'm going to need for the first one. Grab my little kit here. So everything I pull out here is what you're going to get in your card kits if you place that $40 order times 2. So I'm going to be using, this is, we have thick basic white and thick very vanilla. This is the thick very vanilla. The thick one is really good for card bases. I don't use our regular very vanilla and regular basic white because it's a little thinner and it's just not really good for card bases. So I love our thick. Now what I'm going to do, because it's thick, it's a lot easier to score it first. Now some people score before they fold no matter what, but I definitely do it with our thick cardstock because the fold is really, it starts to get little wrinkles in it and stuff if you don't score first. So I made sure I got my dark cutting blade out of the way. And this is at 4 1/4 inches to get that half there. Little blemish on that, but I'm going to cover that up, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to make sure that's my front, since I can cover that up. Go ahead and fold this. Now this one is super simple, and this color color combo, I guess you could say scheme, is more traditional for this set, since it's got a lot of foliage in it. So I'm going to grab this piece right here. This one is a very vanilla. It's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Oh, let's see if I can grab this. There we go. And stand up. I found out that it's a lot easier for me to stand up while I'm stamping. When I'm doing a video, I can see a lot better. Now this is Mossy Meadow. Just as long as my back can hold out, I do good. Got my Mossy Meadow there. And then I'm going to stamp this right here, close to the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be die cut out. So isn't that pretty? neat thing I like about this stamp set, now you can color these images in if you want to, but you don't have to, and I'm not coloring any of them in. So we've got this one there. Now I'm going to grab a piece of Very Vanilla. This one is 3 3/4 by 5. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this first. This little piece is soft sea foam. It's 2 1/4 by 1. I'm going to grab a heartfelt thank you. Now this has some rubber on it on the top and the bottom, but it's pretty close to being the same. So I'm going to center this and it should fit. The first time I did, and this is with Mossy Meadow again. First time I did it, I brought it down a little too far and the little loop on the Y didn't get stamped very well. Ooh, that's pretty good. Went a little too hard, but that's okay. You know what? I'm going to try that one more time. That's why we have 2 pieces of cardstock. I pushed down way too hard. Oh, that looks much better. There we go. So we've got the heartfelt thank you. Little cockeyed, but looks good to me. Now I'm going to grab, nope, I better leave that out. And get this one. You know what? I'm going to die cut first. I normally try to get all my stamping done, make it make sense to you. But as I'm looking at this, oops, I need to die cut this little guy out first. Actually, big guy. That way I can know where I want to stamp my other images on that Very Vanilla piece. So grab this. All the dies do fit. I think all of them. Maybe the wreath. I don't think the wreath does. Yeah, the wreath does not. That's right. But all the images that I'll be die cutting here tonight do fit. I'm going to wrap this one. Make sure, yeah, good, it's still on the screen. Get this lined up. There we go. Since it's so big, I'm going to use my Post-it tape. Use 2 of them. Run this through. Now with the mini Stampin' Up! Emboss machine, I keep it within 3.5 inches. That's the width. I think this is exactly 3.5 inches, so I usually kind of go a little under that. It's the widest you can put through here. And probably 6.5 inches is about as long as you should do for this. But that's still a pretty good chunk of paper. So I'll be showing on one of the that can fit through this. I'm going to be showing on the last card, yes, how I can die cut 3 different things on this at the same time. So there, now we've got that. That is all the die cutting on this card. So put this to the side. Now we can start stamping again. Come here. Oh, put the die cutting machine on top of that. That wasn't smart. Okay, now grab this piece again. This one is that 3 3/4 by 5 I told you about. Oop, I got a little something on there, so we'll turn it over. And actually, it doesn't matter with this. I know I'm going to have this about right here. Okay, so I am going to grab the fern leaf right here. Use my Mossy Meadow again. And I know it's going to be going about right here. That looks good. So I'm going to get this one. Oops, I don't want to move that bottom page. That gives me an idea. It's going to be about right here. That's how I figured it out. I'm going to just eyeball my card right now since it moved on me. So I know that's going to look good. Now I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to stamp it. Yeah, that is all the Mossy Meadow for this card. So close that. I'm going to do Crumb Cake. And this one, I want to kind of go over here, and I want to go a little higher than the fern, and I'm okay with them overlapping because this is going to be covered up right here. Okay, now we've got the greeting. And get my adhesive here. Now this one goes together really fast. I'll go ahead and put this right about here. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot something. We've got to put some splatter on here. It looks really cool. So what I'm going to do, since this is full crumb cake, I'm going to do this, ink it up with crumb cake again. I don't want it to be as dark as this, so I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to put like some splatters right there. And then I'm going to stamp again over here with it being a lot lighter. Do that again, stamp off. Let's see, I think I put some right here and a little bit right there. That should be good enough. Now I'm going to put this down. You want to get that splatter on first. I'll put it on about right here. Now I've got that on. This is going to go on with dimensionals. Sometimes it's easier to get everything that's flat together first and then put the dimensional item on last. So this is a piece of Mossy Meadow that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I'm going to get this out of the way. Then Stampin' for right now. This one is just going to give me a narrow border on this. I didn't want the regular 1/8 of an inch around it. This one's going to be more like a 1/16 of an inch around it. Put this right in the middle. There we go. And then this one will go on the card base. Now you could whip a ton of these out. And see my little blemish? Now I can cover that up. Yay! I don't know what that is, but after I cut it, I saw that. I'm like, well, at least I can cover it up. See, that looks pretty like that, but we're going to put this beauty on. So I'm going to turn this over and grab some dimensionals. I'm going to put one up here at the top, one here about in the middle, and I think I'll do one here and one over here. That should support it pretty good. Now I'll take all the paper backings off. And I'm going to put it on like so. I don't want to cover up my thank you. Kind of angle it so it's in between. Oh, that looks good. There we go. So there is the card. Oh, we still need to stamp the inside, or I do. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one again. Oop, I got some more ink on there. Oh, it soaked all the way through. Oh, well. I do not know what got on there. Now I'm going to do Mossy Meadow again on this big one. And since it's already very vanilla on the inside, actually I think I might end up covering this up because it's got some stains on it didn't have earlier. Now I'm going to put this right here on the side like this. I'm just doing a partial. And that's the inside of my card. So we're almost done because we still have some pretty bling to put on there. So that would look pretty without the bling, but it looks so much better with it. So let me grab, I'm going to use up the one I've had open. Now, I've just got small ones, and that's all I'm going to use on this particular card. And I'm actually going to use more than my normal 3, but I'm still going to use a odd number. So I'm going to use about 5 of these since I'm using the small ones. And I think I'll put one down here, and then put one down here with my thank you. There we go. So that is the first card. Didn't that go together quick? There we go. So I hope you like that one. If you wanted more detail to this, if that's too much vanilla, you could also take blending brushes and sponge a little crumb cake around there. You could also emboss this piece after you stamp the fern and the splatters and this little sprig right here. That would look neat too, like using either the exposed brick. That would look gorgeous. But I can't do that for the class because you need to be able to stamp before I emboss. So that's why I didn't emboss this time. But those are some suggestions. Or the fern 3D folder would look good with that too. That's what actually came or was in the suite with this last year. So there is the green one. Oh, thanks, Linda. I'm glad you like it. Okay. Oh, thanks, Melissa. Do you like the white space? Good. I like it too. I thought that turned out really good. A lot of times I don't use very vanilla or white card bases, but I really liked it with this one. I thought that, and that green just helps it pop. So, okay, so that's the first card and probably the easiest card, but none of them are hard this time around. Well, I usually don't do hard cards because I don't want you to get all frustrated when you get the card kits. So now this one is a totally different color scheme. It kind of goes along. I think it was called Sun Prints was the name of the DSP that was also put together with this bundle. Well, it's not a bundle anymore, but with the Nature's Prints. Oh, thanks, Anne. Oh, good. I'm glad you love the colors. Oh, thanks, Marva. Glad you guys are like that first one. So this one is using a blue theme to it. And that's what the Sun Prints used also. But since that paper is not available anymore, it looks good with the Countryside Inn DSP. Now, I didn't have time, since I did all this today, I forgot to get my DSP out to show you all the different designs. But if you click on that DSP sale link, you can look up Country Inn DSP, and then you can click on the pictures, and it'll show you the full designs on each one so you can see what they look like. Because I know sometimes it's hard to tell in the catalog, but isn't that neat? I love the little birds. I know it's got Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Boho Blue. That might be it. Well, in white. I think that's all of them, but I'm not sure. Now this, I'll show you, is die cut with this. And that I will do ahead of time for you. You might have to poke a few little things out, but this one, I was amazed at how good this die cut out. I didn't have any problems with it at all. And of course, the label will be in your kit, so that one was done with this die. And then this, see those pretty ferns? Remember I mentioned that fern 3D embossing folder? This is the folder. And I love the 3D. The 3D ones are my favorite because I love how some of these are deeper embossing and this is lighter embossing. It just definitely gives that 3D look. But I still love this folder. We've had that for a little over a year now, and I still really like it. Okay, oh yeah, and these, since I already die cut them, I want to show you. They gave us 2 of these, so I was able to make 2 of them at one time. I think those are all the dies. Oh, no, I will be using this. Now, this one will not be die cut for you because I'm stamping the flower. So I'm going to get this over here so I don't mess up. So now we'll start putting this together. I'll go ahead. This is a piece of Boho Blue, 8.5 by 5.5. Go ahead and fold this in half. Now, this one will be a landscape card. And that means like this. And let's see here. Okay, yep, that's what I want to do. I'm going to grab this. This is another piece of Boho Blue. It is 4 1/4 by 3. And then this Countryside Inn DSP is 4 by 2 3/4. Oh, there it is. Put this in the middle of this one. And then I'm going to grab, let's see here. Oh, yes, I want to put this down first. So we're going to grab this one. This one was a 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece. And this is just going to go in the middle of the card base. I'm not putting any ribbon on this one either, so I don't need to worry about wrapping anything around it. So put this on. This one will go kind of quick too, since I already die cut these out for you. This I put on with dimensionals, that's right. And because this is kind of darker, you can still use the white dimensionals, but I'm going to use the black because they'll hide a little better using the black ones. Put one in each corner. And then one in the middle. Since it's so big, I don't want it collapsing in the middle on me. Take these off. And it's a lot easier to see that you got the paper backings off since these are black underneath. Oops. Well, sometimes it takes, well, it's funny. It seems like the last one always has trouble getting off because there's so many paper backings in there. Okay, now make sure your fold is on top. And make sure the birds are going the right direction. And this will just go right here in the middle. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab my silicone mat. And here is the wreath. And if you can look, hopefully you can see this. There are little lines in it that it's cut out to give it some detail. That's the front. The back, you can tell it's just a little rougher. It's not as smooth. So turn that over. That's how you can tell which is the better side. And I'm going to put some glue. I'm not going to put it on these outer ones, the ones that go out a lot farther, because those are going to be hanging over this a little bit. So I'm just going to put like a little dot. Doesn't take a lot. It's a lot easier to use the multi-purpose glue than to use the seal. I guess you could use glue dots too, but that would take an awful lot of glue dots. So I'm just doing this. You can tell I'm not going here on the outside, just in case, because some of it's going to be hanging over. Just as long as it's got glue on the inside pieces, it's going to stay on with no problem. Okay. I think I got enough on there. And now I'm going to put this one on right here in the middle. Hold it down for a few seconds. Yeah, that looks good. When you put some pressure on it, the glue really takes hold. Okay, now I need to do some stamping. Grab this again. And yes, I do know that this is a cling stamp set, and you don't have to have this. But those of you that watched my videos before, I think these stamp even a lot better with this underneath too. So this is a little piece of basic white. You can just use a scrap, but this one happens to be, let me look at my paper here, 1.5 by 2.5. And here's that flower image in the set. And I'm going to stamp it with boho blue. Just kind of put it close to the middle because it's going to be die cut. But see, now you could definitely color that in if you want to, but I'm not going to. It's going to look really good without coloring it in too. And the last thing, only two, no, I take that back. You'll have to stamp the inside. So I'll hold on to that again. I want to grab the Best Wishes and Happy Thoughts and the Night of Navy ink pad. Now with my cards, I think the boho blue is the only ink pad. I don't think I use Misty Moonlight. It's the only new one. All these others are colors we've had for a while. So this one is the Best Wishes, and here is the tag. And I love how it's embossed. I don't know if we can be able, oh, there we go. How it is embossed all the way around. Isn't that neat? That really makes it a neat label. So I'm going to put this on here. Get my microphone out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so we've got the Best Wishes and Happy Thoughts. That was the Night of Navy. And now, or did I do that in, I put it in the wrong one. That'll still work. Night of Navy is what I used, but I think I end up putting the boho blue without thinking. That looks about the same color. Oh, that's definitely what I did. That's still going to look fine. Okay, now, oh yes, the inside of the card. Now that's a landscape, so we want to have this piece laying like this. This is 5.25 by 4. I'm going to bring in this again, and I'm going to stamp it like this. And then I'm going to stamp it like that, so it's like a little bit of a grouping. And then we'll have one stamped off just a little bit over here. There we go. So I've made just a little bitty bunch of flowers there in the bottom corner. You could just do one, but I decided to add a couple others. Now I will put this on the inside of the card. So we'll have that done. Boy, this card's going together fast too. I am so glad I got this bundle. I love it. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get it. I like this one so much better than that Forever Fern, and I liked that one a lot. So there we go. So we've got the inside. Now I need to get my die cutting machine out. Oh, come here. Almost dropped my little stack there. And we'll grab this one, and then this will go on like so. Put that tape, and it's not real big, but it is kind of long. So I'm going to make sure, oops, I moved the bottom a little bit as I put that on. There we go. Well, there we go. And that's all I need to die cut. Oops. There we go. So there's the pretty flower. Now I can put those on the card, and it's going to be done except for the bling. We'll have to add the pearls on there too. Put that in there so I don't lose it. Come on. There we go. Bring in my card again. Now I'm going to be putting this on. Since this is already popped up with dimensionals, I'm not going to be popping this up any. But I'm going to be sticking some things under here. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat again. Carefully, you can look at these. You can tell which side is the right side. So I'm going to turn them over to the side that's a little rougher. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive. This is only going to hold it down just for a little bit while I'm putting my card together. But these are going to be tucked underneath, and be real careful because they might break on you. So I was holding on to it. If I can get it off my finger, there we go. This one I'm going to put some on the flower parts that are a little bigger. So now those are ready to go. Now I know this is going to be about here. So I'm going to be putting these down first. I'm just going to hold this in place. Stick this one under here, like so. And then I will stick this one under, like so. And this is going to go right in the middle. And once those the navy ones are on, you can just put that one right there in the middle. Then I will put my seal on this one. And this will go on like so. See, so it still looks good with the, boho blue. Actually, I might like that better. Gives a little lighter tone. I'll show you my original here in just a minute so you can see the difference. Stamping the greeting in Night of Navy. Okay, I love that wreath. Isn't that pretty? And the white is just, you could do it in green, of course, but the white just looks so pretty. I love that. Now let me grab my pearls. I'm going to have to open this new one up because I don't have any big ones. Okay, I wanted to put a big one. There are two different sizes. So many more of the little ones. That's probably why my big ones are gone in the other pack already. So I'm going to put a big one right here. And I'm going to put a few, let's see, how many did I do? Okay, 4. Of the small ones, I'm going to use these up. I'm going to put a few on the wreath. So I'm going to put one about right here. Put another one, let's say, I don't know where to put them. Let's put one here. One down here. And I'll do another one out here. There we go. So there, I got out of the screen, but there is the second card. So this is a totally different one. We had the regular greens on the last one, and here's one in the blues. And you could even do the other leaves in the blues and stuff too. It looks pretty that way too. The next one is going to be totally a lot of different colors and a lot softer, more pastel colors. So I'm going to put these to the side. Let me show you the original again. I almost forgot. See if I can reach it. So there it is, stamping it with the Night of Navy on the top, and this one is with boho blue. So just a little difference, not much. So either one looks good. So I hope you liked that card. So put those to the side. And be ready for my pastel one. Now I'm going to have to clean a couple of these here. Get my microphone back in the right place. Does anybody have any questions on anything while I'm cleaning? How's the weather in your area? I do believe we are entering summer for sure. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I do need this one too. So I'll be using this big one. I'll be using the splatter one again. And the fern. And this one too. And those are the only ones I'm reusing. Then I'll also be using the You're on My Mind greeting, but I haven't used that one yet, so I don't have to clean that one. Okay. Now, grab this one. See, told you it's a totally different one. This is the lighter version. And I'm using a different DSP. So this class is breaking my rules. I normally, like I said, the reason I usually stick with just one DSP is because I don't want to use too many ink colors, because some of you I know don't have all the colors like I do. I probably wouldn't if I wasn't a demonstrator either. But so I try to limit it to at least to the most 7 usually. Well, I ended up using 7 with this one, and they're all with different papers, because I only used 2 ink pads on the first 2 cards, so that helped me a ton. Actually, that was an accident. I didn't mean for it just to be 2, and it worked out really good. Okay, making sure I see everybody's. Yeah, for a minute I thought I missed somebody. Well, hi, Linda. Live in Central New York, and it's been around 90 for the last few days, so you're ahead of us then. Yeah, we're just starting to get in the 80s. In the 90s. We've been in the 80s all week. But, okay, now this one is another DSP that's on sale. This one is it's a 6x6 pack, and it's called Hello Irresistible. It's not in the annual catalog, but it is part of the online exclusives. So it came out last March, maybe. But this one, I'm actually, for two cards, I used the full 6x6. This one is well, what I did, I took off, okay, did it this way to act like it's a 6x6. I cut it up here to make this 5 1/4. So that left a 3/4 inch strip here, 3/4 by 6. And then I cut this one in half. So I've got a 3 by 5 1/4. This was the strip that was on top that I cut off. So now I've got so I cut that 3/4 strip in half at 3 inches by 3/4 inches. And I'm going to be using that one. So I end up with, for 2 cards, I used a full 6x6 sheet. Didn't waste anything. I was excited about that. But isn't that pretty? I love the detail and all the colors in it. So these are the colors, of course, I picked out for this card. This is a piece of basic white that is 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. This was a size I figured out. Next week's in the 70s. Wow, Linda. That'll be nice. I think we're still going to be in the 90s next week, or at least high 80s. We'll see. I've loved having the windows open for the last couple days, though. We've had to turn the air on. So now we've got, 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. This is going to fit in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That's why I picked this size out. And it works just perfect with this. I think I'm going to be doing it this way. I'm going to be using this one. This one I'm going to stamp in Petal Pink. This one can easily be any color you want it to be. Actually, you're going to, well, no, the fern I am still going to use a green, a real light one. But the other two can be so many different colors, and that fern can be different color too, for that matter. I'm going to stamp this one. So this is Petal Pink. Oh, let me get up the screen a little better. There we go. Isn't that pretty in Petal Pink? Then I'll take that fern, and I'm going to use soft sea foam. And I will put that one over here. Okay. Then I'm going to take crumb cake and do this one. Not crumb cake. What am I talking about? I'm using Daffodil Delight. I was thinking of my first card. This one's going to be Daffodil Delight. And, oh yeah, I got room there. There we go. So that's what I'll be die cutting here in just a minute. Then we've got another label that'll be in the kit. And I'm using, if I can find it, You're on My Mind. And I'm going to stamp it in Daffodil Delight. Put it close to the middle. Once again, we've got that Y, so I want to make sure I get that on there. Oh, perfect. I don't think I could have done that any better. There's that one. And then the inside, what I did. Oh, yeah. I'm going to take a piece of basic white that's 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to grab this guy. So I'm going to do it in the same color I did on the front. This is going to be the Daffodil Delight. I'm just going to do a little, the bushy part of it on the bottom. So that's the inside of my card. That is, oh no, that's not all the stamping. Now I've got a piece of soft sea foam. I went back and forth whether to put anything on here, because there's just a little strip that shows on this when we put it all together. But I thought I'm going to use that splatter stamp with the soft sea foam. So this is soft sea foam ink on soft sea foam cardstock. Get this back up there so you can see it better. And I'm going to stamp it twice before I re-ink again. So we've got that one and the one right next to it. Might even turn it a little bit. So it's just a very faint one. With this dark color, you can barely see the stamped off version, but it still looks neat in person. So yeah, you can barely see that in the video. I can see it better in person. Now I'm going to do the opposite of what I did here. I'm going to start with dark down here. You don't have to do that, but I thought, I don't want it to look too uniform. So now we'll do this one, and here's the light one. So I'm just doing those edges because this is all going to be covered up here in the middle. Now the stamping is done, so I'm going to get the die cutting machine out for the last time tonight. Oh, get that little piece off of there. I don't need that. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I'm going to be able to die cut all of these. Oh, get back on the screen. There we go. All of these on one sheet. So actually 6¼ might be the longest you want to go. You can tell there's a little bit of room on each side. And I'd rather not go all the way to the ends because these cutting plates get thinner here on the ends. Let's see if I can show you that. There you go. So I think 6¼ is probably the longest you want to go on this. So, oh, I need to get my dies out. So I'm going to be using this one, and this one again. This all. Oh, move my microphone again. The microphone is needed so you can hear me, but boy, it gets in my way a lot. So put this on top and this on the bottom. Then I'm going to do this one down here. I really like this color combo. I've liked actually all 3 color combos, but there we go. This Hello Irresistible paper is so pretty. So if you don't have that, definitely get it in June. Like I said, that's in the online exclusive, so you have to go to my online store. Actually, you can just click on that DSP sale link down in the video description, and you'll be able to find it there. And you can see all the designs by clicking on the pictures on the page for it. I love that Stampin' Up! Did that. That way you can see the whole thing. Okay, so now I've got that on there. Oops, I want to make sure I've got everything, because you want to make sure that this is stacked like it should be. If you've got it hanging over, it's not, and if I put this up here, it's not going to die cut up here because it's not going to have the pressure it needs. So make sure you get those all stacked up correctly. Get this one here. Make sure everything is covered up. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now run this through. Now sometimes, oh no, there it went. Sometimes with this machine, you have to have one of these plates up just a little bit to make it work, or yeah, but that worked fine. I just needed to push it a little more. So these are all die cut in one swoop. So there's the fern, and put the die there. Here's this pretty sprig. I'm not sure what it is, but it's really pretty. There we go. Oops. And I love that die cuts little pieces there to make it look better. I like that. And then, last but not least, I've got this one. There we go. Now, get the tape out of the way. Need to close an ink pad. My petal pink's going to dry out if I don't get that closed. Okay, well, probably not too much now. The basement, we don't have our dehumidifier on yet, so it's probably starting to get humid down here. We're going to have to get that done this weekend. Okay. Now, let's put this puppy together. Here is the card base. It's petal pink. It's the 5½ by 8½. Line those corners up. There we go. I sat back down and couldn't tell if I was getting it even. Okay, now I'm going to grab the soft sea foam and then that 3 by 5¼ inch piece here. Where did I put my, oh, there it is. I'm always losing my adhesive. Now, today I was covering things up like crazy trying to get this done. I probably spent more time trying to find things today. So I'm going to line this bottom edge of the DSP with the bottom edge of the soft sea foam, but trying to get them centered on the left and the right. There we go. So now you see why I only did the splatter there on the edges. But that gives it just a little bit of textured look to it without embossing. I'm not putting any ribbon around this layer. I will be using a piece of ribbon though. Oh, this thing's not wanting to, there we go. Now let's put this in the center. And then I'm going to grab this. I am going to have it go here. I'm not worrying about it not reaching here. That way I didn't want to waste, like I said, I didn't want to waste any paper, so I kept this at 3 inches. My label, this is a little trick, is going to be covering that up. So it's going to look, you're going to think that strip is all the way across. So there's a way to save some paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on like so. I put it on about right here. Actually, I need to put these guys on first. I forgot. These are going to go under the DSP a little bit. So once again, I laid them all down before I put them down like so. Actually, what I can go ahead and just do that because this is a little easier to pick them up. I'm going to take this one up. I'm just going to worry about putting some here at the bottom. I'm not going to worry about the top because I don't want any adhesive coming out the sides. Actually, I'm going to angle this one a little more. There we go. So this one will go down like so. And then the yellow one, I'm just going to put adhesive here at the top. And it will slide under like so. And now I can put this one down. And I'm just going to put it with seal also. I'm going to be popping up my greeting. I'm okay that that's popping up. It's going to get covered up here in just a minute. And this is going to angle a little bit. There we go. And then, oh, there it is. Kind of threw this over here. I've already got my adhesive on there since I did that already. So I'm going to cover up the bottom part. Actually, I think I might lift this one up. I guess it really doesn't matter. It's going to be covered up with the label anyway. Line the left edge of the DSP strip with the left edge of the soft seafoam layer. Put it on straight, so it'll look like that. This one, I'm going to turn over and put dimensionals on it. This time I'll use my regular white ones again. I'm going to put up near the top left corner here. I only want to use 3. You don't quite need 4. But that way, you've got 2 up here and 1 down here, so that'll make it so it doesn't wobble. And get these off. There we go. And then this one's going to go here. I'm going to make sure it does not go over the past, at least, the card base. Have it come in just a little bit. And kind of center this end with the DSP. There we go. So we've got that on there. Now, I thought it needed a little something more. Yes, we're doing bling, but we need some ribbon. This is from the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack that's in the annual catalog. The other ribbon that's in the pack, I should have brought that over. I forgot to. It's Lucky Limeade. Lucky Limeade. I always say that instead of what I mean to say. Lemon Lime Twist. Lucky Limeade retired years ago. But here, that shows how long I've been doing this. But this one is petal pink. It's probably too hard to tell in the video, but it looks like it's got some white lines in the petal pink. It's got a texture to it, like grooves. So it's like the hills are petal pink. Oh, it's hard to tell. One's white, one's pink, but it's really, really pretty. I wish the video would show it. It's definitely not. But what I'm going to do, it's a 9-inch piece. I'm going to tie this in a bow. Like so, if I can get a hold of it. Of course, when I'm on a live, I can't tie. There we go. I think I had a little bit of glue on my finger still. It kept on a stick. Now I'm going to make it a small bow. I'm just going to keep bringing it till this looks about the size I want it. I play around with my bows a lot till they look good. But that one looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to grab my glue dots and put the knot of the bow right on top of the glue dot and squeeze, because with this being material, oh, thanks, Melissa. I'm glad you like the soft colors. There we go. So now I've got that. You squeeze it so that way that glue dot sticks to it. And then I went back and forth on whether to put it on the greeting label, and it just was kind of awkward. I decided to put it right underneath my petal pink here plant, so it looks like I've got it wrapped around the stem of that. Kind of angle it a little bit more, I think. There we go. Now the tails are still too long, so I'm going to definitely cut those at an angle. I always use a little more than I need for bows, because if you do it too small, it doesn't like to tie very well. So there we go. Oh yeah, we need to get the inside and the bling on. So let's go ahead and get the inside in. But yeah, I love the soft colors to this one. But this set is just, I know I'm gushing over it. I just can't believe how long it took me to get this set. There we go. So there's still some really neat sets that have been around for a while. In case you haven't gotten them, you need to get them before they retire. But there's that. Let me get my, where did I put them? My pearls. I'm going to get my old one out because I bound and determined to use up those small ones. I do need a large one again, so I'm going to grab this large one. And I'm going to put it this time on the bottom corner of my greeting. And yep, I did 4 small ones on this one too. Because there are so many of these. That's why I'm probably using more than I normally would. I'm going to put this here, but like I said, I'm still using that odd number. Let's put one about right here. I like having one underneath here. And, I'm going to want to put one right here, I think, above the label. Oops. There we go. So there is the last card. So I hope you enjoyed the class. Let me get all the cards out here again, if I can make some room here. A lot of the mess is off the camera, but boy, it's crazy. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, there we go. Oh, I threw them out of the way. There we go. So these are the 3 cards for my Nature's Prints card class. If you place that $40 order before shipping and tax using my host code, you can see that there in the bottom left corner, or you can see it by clicking on the card class at home link down in the video description. $40 order before shipping and tax with the host code will get you the card kits to make 2 each of these. If you, I do all the embossing and die cutting for you except for the stamped images. So like these here, you would have to fussy cut those out if you don't have if you've just got the stamps that don't have the dies, you have to fussy cut those out. But you can also substitute with another bundle that you have on hand. You don't have to use this one because it's definitely customizable. And then also if you bump it up to $55 order before shipping tax using the host code, you will also get the full pack. Pretend like this is full because now I've opened it up, of the Iridescent Pearls from the annual catalog. And remember, if it's a $150 order before shipping and tax, do not use the host code. That way, you'll still get the card kits and the pearls from me free, and you'll also get the Stampin' Awards from Stampin' Up because I don't want you to miss out on those. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Linda. Glad you like them. Oh, thanks, Anne. I'm really glad you guys like these. I know I say I have fun making these. This one, I was excited to show you these. This is more my style. I really, really like this a lot. I've done a few that are not exactly my style. I still have fun making them, but this is my, I guess you call my wheelhouse. I really like that. So I hope you liked them too. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again next week. Now, next week will not be live. I'm going to try my very best to do a recorded class. I'm going to be with my friends for, let's see, I think it starts next Thursday through Sunday. I'll come home every night, but it's a crop. I don't know if you know what those are. It's when a bunch of ladies get together. We bring all our own crafting supplies with us. We either scrapbook, make cards, any kind of craft that you want to do. And we do a lot of talking. We probably do more visiting than we do crafting. But I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll be there next Thursday. But what I'll do, I'm going to make another class. It'll start at the same time. It'll be the same rules, $40, da-da-da-da-da. But I will have it be a premiere. And I will try my best to be able to watch it while you're watching it during the premiere, so that way I can interact with you through the comments. But there's just no way I can do a live there at the crop. It'll be too loud and too crazy. So let me go ahead and go back to me now. Get my, there, oops, there we go. My screen did something strange. Me and technology, my goodness. I usually do okay, but every once in a while it goes nuts. But I hope you enjoyed the class, and I will see you again, like I said, next week. I will have, don't forget about my card club. Don't forget about the DSP sale. If you have been ordering a lot from me lately, really consider joining my team. You get at least 20% discount on everything that you order. So you might want to think about that. You only have to do $300 a quarter. That's before shipping and tax. That's also before your 20% discount. So you aren't actually spending that full $300. And that's all you need each quarter to stay on. If you don't want to, you can just get the starter kit, try it for the 3 months. You'll automatically be a demonstrator by the end of September. Actually, it'll be in pending in October also. But if you just drop, that's okay. You can just try it and see if you like it. But I think you're going to like it. I've been doing it for 20 years and love it. I'd love you to join my team. So that's just a little plug there at the end. But I will see you next well, not see you next week, but hopefully I'll be able to interact with you through the comments during the premiere. So see you later. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.